Welcome to In the Terminal, a White Plains Youth Bureau podcast. Exploring aviation, inspiring futures, and taking dreams to new heights. Now, let's get into it.
You're listening to In the Terminal, a White Plains Youth Bureau podcast. We're here at the Aviation Expo talking all things planes, pilots, and possibilities. Here, future aviators meet the pros, sharing real conversations, big dreams, and what it takes to take off in aviation. My name is Maya Amir, and I'm here with Danielle Mitchell, who is part of the military program.
Yeah.
So can you introduce yourself? Tell us a little about what you do.
Yes, hi, I'm Danielle Mitchell, and basically for the past few years I've been flying planes and I'm working towards getting my pilot's license.
That's good. And how long have you been in this work?
I've been in this since about 6th grade. At the White Plains Youth Bureau introduced me to the aviation club, and since then I fell in love with it.
So you said you were part of the aviation club from the White Plains Youth Bureau, correct?
Yes, correct.
So what marked your transition from just simply being in the club to taking this seriously?
So after that, I found out that it was something that really excited me, and then later on, I found out that Captain Parker, who's also upstairs, he created a flight simulator, and since then, I've gone so many times I can't even count.
And what made you decide to do aviation specifically, to join the club?
Well, when I always look at planes and whenever I go on trips, I'm always like, this is so cool. And when I look out in the sky, it always feels so freeing, and I wanted to be able to do that one day. So being able to do this is like a dream come true.
So what did you know about aviation beforehand? Did you know anything about the specifics or just that you like planes?
So beforehand, I didn't know how much goes into actually flying planes. I was like, how hard could it be? It's just, driving, but in the sky. But since then, I've learned a lot more about the difficulties and about all the fun that you could have. So it's definitely been an experience.
So your transition, so you started off with the aviation, part of the Youth Bureau, and now you're part of the military program. So could you describe what your role is and how it compares to other roles?
So I'm Cadet Captain Mitchell, and I'm currently the Cadet Commander. So basically, I run the squadron. So now I have the highest position possible for anyone under 21 to have.
And what is your military program? What is the cadet doing here today?
So the cadets today, they have different things like drone activities, they have gliders, they have other things that are consisting of aviation, and we're also working with the flight simulators, so all different aviation activities to have fun.
It's really good. And what's the one thing you'd like to tell your friends about this expo when you leave tonight?
The one thing I'd like to tell is about how many companies come to teach youth about aviation, and it really helps inspire people. I came here 2 years ago, and I know how many people wanted to join aviation after.
That's good. What skills do you think it takes to become a cadet commander?
It takes a lot of different skills, critical thinking, adaptability for sure. I remember when I was a younger cadet and I got thrown into situations, and it helped me learn how to be adaptable and think on my feet. Those are the two most main ones.
Okay, that sounds good. Is aviation the plan that you have in mind to do after high school?
So yes, after high school, I do want to go for aerospace engineering, and I want to be able to have my commercial pilot's license and my military pilot's license.
And you're also planning on going in the military?
Yes, I want to go into the military after college. I'd love to go into the Air Force.
That's so cool. Okay. And so are you the engineer? Are you the pilot? What is your main role in the aerospace?
So my main role is pilot. I do like engineering, and however I am going for that, but I am focusing on my pilot career of getting my commercial pilot's license, private pilot's license, and going into the military to be a fighter pilot.
Okay, cool. So cool. All right. And what are some of the challenges in aviation and being part of as the cadet commander?
So that is a loaded question. So for being a pilot, it's about knowing all your basics. There's a lot because there's so many backup plans to make planes safe, there's so much that you have to learn before you're efficient at flying. And I feel like a lot of people don't know how hard that it is to get your pilot's license. Secondary Cadet Commander, you have to make sure to organize everyone and that everything runs efficiently and as smooth as possible, while also making it fun and engaging and not something that would be a turnoff to people.
So tell me a bit about your first time flying. How was that? What did you experience? How did you overcome some of the challenges you faced?
So something funny is actually I'm afraid of heights. So when I first went up in the plane, it was very scary first going up, but once I got up there, I thought it was beautiful. We were above the clouds. It was something that I would never trade the experience for the world.
How long have you been actually flying a plane?
I've been flying a plane for the past 2 years.
And do you have a license? Are you planning on getting one? What's the process?
So this summer, I'm going to be able to get my pilot's license for a private pilot, and then I'm going to work on instrument rating, which is on a pathway to getting military and commercial pilot's license.
And what's something you'd love people to know about the cadet program?
I would love people to know how many different opportunities it is. I don't want people to think, oh, you have to join the military after. We never force anyone to do it. You learn so many things like public speaking skills, leadership skills. I was a complete introvert before, didn't want to go out, and this helped me want to learn how to go out, want to learn to communicate with people. It was a great experience I wouldn't trade, and it just it gives you so many opportunities of public speaking, aerospace, aviation, emergency services, anything you want, we basically have.
Yeah, and what do you think the biggest challenge of being part of this cadet program is?
I feel like the biggest challenge of the cadet program is just making sure that everything's always organized, your uniforms, being prepared for events, because if you're not, then even just one thing that you get wrong could go sideways. So just learning from experiences like that.
And what is your favorite part of this expo?
My favorite part of this expo is I love participating in it. I haven't actually went before. The previous expos were, when I first heard about them, I was in COVID, so I couldn't come visit them. But besides that, after, when I was able to participate as Civil Air Patrol or with the Youth Bureau, I've always had so much fun talking to different people who are interested in aviation. And I even actually got one of my internships from here in Millionaire. So
Tell us a bit about the internship. How'd you get the internship?
So basically, when I was participating, I was able to come down, I was able to talk to Millionaire, and I was able to get internship and be able to have other opportunities to work at Millionaire or other things like that.
And what is Millionaire?
So Millionaire is basically a private airport. Basically, they fly around people who pay privately and different things like that. So being able to volunteer there and help out, it was a great experience.
And is there anything you'd like to say to people who would like to become part of the cadets or people who don't know necessarily?
I would say never be afraid to try new things. There was something like that was definitely a big leap, but being in it now, it was so worth it throughout my whole high school career. It really helped mold me into who I am today, and I would recommend that people just try something new, see if you like it, and and because we have 3 trial meetings, you can see throughout the different meetings we have different activities if this is for you, and it's a really great program.
And is there anything else you'd like to say about the cadet program, about this beautiful expo?
Nothing else really. Just, aviation is such a large career, and until a few years ago, I didn't know how many different opportunities there were in aviation. So don't think, oh, it's just flying planes or just working on them. There's so many different things that go in within aviation. So don't be afraid to look at things in there.
It's great. I'm Maya Amir. This is Danielle Mitchell, or Captain Mitchell, and it's been a pleasure. All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning into our show. Please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, as your support will help us grow. If you're interested in joining the White Plains Youth Bureau Aviation Program or any related programs, please email us at wpybaviation@gmail.com. Until next time, keep looking up.